Today's news. International Forum on Freedom of Expression held in Baku. Frontline Discussion Club opens in Baku.
The Forum on Public Support to Freedom of Speech and Expression was held in Baku on September 8, 2010. The forum, which was organized by several leading journalist organizations and mass media outlets, was attended by an international mission consisting of representatives of 10 human rights organizations. Despite being officially invited to the forum by forum organizers, government representatives didn't join the forum. Azerbaijani Journalists Union Chairman Ilchin Shikli said that the violation of freedom of speech and expression is not just a journalist's problem, and it cannot be settled without public support and civil solidarity. The chairman of New Generation Journalists Union Arif Aliyev introduced video appeals of UN Special Rapporteur for Freedom of Expression and Information Frank Larouet, as well as former OSCE representative for freedom of media Miklos Harashti to the forum participants. They called for the removal of criminal responsibility for libel, the release of imprisoned journalist Einullah Fatullayev, and the release of youth bloggers Emin Milli and Adnan Hajizadeh. Greetings of late journalist Elmar Husseinov's spouse Rushania Husseinova, who is in exile, and the journalist Mirza Sakit, who is in Germany, were read at the event. Media Rights Institute Director Rashid Hajilu spoke, noting that Azerbaijani journalists are widely brought up on criminal charges. He said 14 journalists were brought up on criminal charges in the first half of 2010. Lawyer Erkin Kaderli said that attack on freedom of speech and expression underlies the government's politics. This approach is evident in the imprisonment of youth bloggers Milli and Hajizadeh for a critical video clip about bribery. Article 19 Director Agnes Kalamar described the situation as an impasse. Turan Information Agency Director Mehman Aliyev also stressed the necessity of taking a series of measures for the problem settlement. Among these measures, he mentioned adoption of a law on defamation, implementation of professional ethics, a reduction in economic dependence of the press, raising the level of education, establishment of a journalism school, and support to social journalism. Reporters Without Borders representative Lucio Marilon noted that in the countries in which the media is controlled by the government, democracy is limited as well. Journalist Trade Union Chairman Mishwig Ereskerli spoke about the necessity of governmental support to the settlement of social problems of journalists. Azerbaijan Journalism School head Zardush Alizadeh said that they are working for enhancement of the professionalism of journalism in Azerbaijan. He mentioned continual decrease in media outlets in which professionals can work. Azerbaijani Popular Front Party Chairman Ali Karimli said the attack on freedom of speech and expression by the government aims to prevent dissemination to the people of information on corruption and abuse of power. The editor-in-chief of regional Janub Haberleri newspaper Zahir Amanov touched on the necessity to increase support to the regional media. Editor-in-chief of Tezatlar newspaper Asif Marzuli criticized the press council and accused this council of imposing pressure on newspapers. Caucasus Media Research Center conducted a presentation on the Canal 13 online TV channel. Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety Chairman Emin Husseinov introduced a short video presentation about the activity of online Objective TV, which broadcasts daily human rights news in Azerbaijani and English. Human rights defender Arzu Abdullayeva spoke about the dangerous situation on freedom of speech and expression in Azerbaijan. Journalism school head Zardush Alizadeh announced a decision on awarding the late editor-in-chief of Monitor Journal Ilmar Husseinov, who was killed on March 2, 2005, with the prize For the Sake of Freedom of Expression. He noted that the laureate was determined in a survey held among journalists who have suffered for the sake of speech and expression freedom. Chairman of the Forum for Azerbaijan Eldar Namazov spoke about the necessity to appeal to the government for immediate release of imprisoned journalist Einullah Fatullayev and youth bloggers Emin Milli and Adnan Hajizadeh. The organizers held a new conference for media representatives after the forum. A joint statement made by international human rights organizations that were part of the forum was publicized in the news conference.
The Frontline Discussion Club was opened in the Ibris Theater building on the evening of September 8th. Azerbaijani Journalists Union Chairman Elchin Chekalinsky, New Generation Journalists Union Chairman Arif Aliyev, and others attended the opening ceremony and spoke about problems concerning freedom of speech and expression. Tehran Information Agency Director Mehman Aliyev spoke about the state of freedom of speech and expression in Azerbaijan. He also spoke about the imprisonment of the youth bloggers Adnan Hajizadeh and Emin Milli and journalist Einullah Fatullayev. Mehman Aliyev also touched on the consequences of the large-scale flooding that occurred in the central lowlands in May and the activity of the Kur civil society organization. A video clip created by Objective TV on the situation in the flood zone was shown and the audience listened to the residents' speeches. Frontline clubs take place in a number of countries across the world. The International Frontline Organization was founded in 2001 in Dublin to protect all human rights defenders as well as those who struggle for implementation of the World Declaration on Human Rights. Frontline coordinates its work via a special representative for human rights defenders and has a consultative status in the UN Economic and Social Council.